Hey guys! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Topo Designs Standard Pack, which is a really solid and simple 22-liter everyday bag. And when I first saw this definitely seemed like kind of a follow-up to the core pack that we looked at from Topo Designs a while back. And that was a really solid all-purpose bag. It was a little bit bigger than this, but it had a great build quality, a nice organizational layout, and so I was a little bit bummed when I heard that bag was getting phased out. But as I've been testing this out, this definitely feels like a great replacement for that. It has a similarly great build quality, a really simple and effective organizational layout. It's pretty comfortable to wear, and it just has a really cool look in my opinion. So I'm really excited to walk through it with you guys. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting out with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. The bag has a pretty simple and clean look, but it still has a little bit of an outdoorsy feel similar to a lot of Topo Designs' other bags. It still feels like it's going to fit in really well into a variety of environments, whether you're using this for walking around the city, for hiking, or even for taking into the office. And so the bag is offered in a bunch of different colors. The version that I have here is the charcoal version, so it has a few kind of grayish tones along with the red accenting on the paracord zipper pulls, but they do have it in an all black version and a few different color combos that you can check out on Topo's site. And I just really like the unique look that the different colors give the bag. This is one of the things that makes Topo stand out a little bit from other bag manufacturers. And then jumping into the materials, the bag has a really solid build quality. It's made out of a mixture of a 1000D nylon and a 420D pack cloth that feels like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage, and it also feels like it's going to offer a nice amount of weather resistance. The bag also has really beefy YKK zippers all throughout. One thing that I will note about these zippers is that they do feel a little bit exposed, so I would have liked to have seen a rain flap or some sort of an aqua guard. Besides that though, the bag just feels really well made and like it's going to hold up well over the longer term. Continuing along the outside, I was really happy to see that the bag has two external water bottle pockets, and these offer a nice amount of space. On this one here, I currently have the water bottle that I've been testing out recently. This is a nice insulated water bottle from Wandered. It just has a really nice silhouette. It's very similar in size to the water bottle that you've seen in all my other daily bag videos, and it fit in there pretty comfortably. So a nice amount of elasticity in this compartment. Even if you have a larger water bottle, it's going to come out a pretty good amount. And then on the water bottle compartments, you also have this kind of adjustable strap that will allow you to compress the pocket down if you have something in there that's a little bit thinner. And then it also provides a nice attachment point for additional gear. So in my case, I just attached my hero clip here to be able to get to it quickly. And then jumping into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 22 liters, which is a really great daily bag size. I really love that this is able to easily hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me, but there's still some leftover space. And then the best thing is that the bag doesn't really have a big silhouette. It still stays pretty slim and close to my back, even when it has a lot of stuff in it, to make it very easy to navigate crowded areas such as a city or for jumping onto public transit. And then moving into the straps and the back paneling, overall the bag has been pretty comfortable to wear. The straps have a decent amount of padding. It's a little bit thinner than I would like to see on a bag of this size, but they still have a pretty comfortable feel. And then on the inside, they have this mesh material to help prevent moisture from building up. And then I really like the width of the straps to help prevent them from digging into your shoulders, even when the bag is a little bit more packed out. And then on the straps, there is no sternum strap included with the bag, but you do have the ability to attach one using these straps here. And then they also have a few D-rings on the straps for attaching some additional accessories. And then continuing on with the back paneling, this has also felt pretty nice. There is a little bit of padding here to help add some comfort. One thing that I didn't like about this back paneling, however, is that there's no sort of elevation or meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up or for providing airflow. So I did notice that my back would tend to get pretty sweaty while I was wearing this, especially for a longer period of time or with a little bit more weight. And then the bag doesn't include any sort of a waist strap, but you do have these attachment points near the bottom where you can add one that you can purchase separately. And then the last thing that I'll mention while we're on the back paneling is that they have these attachment points that are meant to pair with some of Topo's larger travel bags. So this allows you to attach this to one of their rolling suitcases or the travel backpack that we featured on the channel a while back, and just kind of turn this into a travel system so you can have your larger travel bag and a smaller day bag such as this and be able to carry them both together. So for the most part, I think this system is pretty unique and it works well, but I do feel like with a bag that's this size, it can get a little bit awkward to wear a large travel bag and then this bag completely filled out. So you want to manage that a little bit, and I think that overall this could potentially work better with one of their rolling suitcases. Jumping into the organizational options, the company keeps things really simple here, but very effective. On the outside, there's just one quick access zippered compartment. I really like the slant zipper here, very easy to open up. There's also these nice zipper pulls in all of the compartments to make it very easy to get inside. And so plenty of space in this larger front quick access area. And this is a pretty tall compartment, so it stretches pretty much the full length of the bag. And so jumping in, I really like how much volume is in here, so it's still gonna be able to hold some thicker accessories. And so the first thing that I have in here near the top is just a Maxpedition pouch that I have with some of my smaller EDC items. And then on the inside, you can see this bright yellow lining that's so typical of Topo bags. I really love how easy this makes it to kind of find everything that's on the inside, especially with a compartment that has some internal organization such as this one does. But before jumping into that, towards the bottom, I have one additional kind of bulkier item. And so what I have here is my USB-C hub that I use to charge my MacBook Pro and some of my other tech accessories. And so I really like that this compartment just is kind of a big catch-all area, plenty of volume. And then looking on the inside, there's two pretty large slip pockets that are about the same size, and I was really impressed with how much volume and depth these compartments had. I don't know if you can get a clear look on the inside here, but they're great for holding some of the larger and bulkier accessories that you might need to carry with you and access quickly throughout the day. So in this one here on the left, I just have my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case, and those fit in there really easily. So this is gonna be a great spot for putting, maybe if you have a larger mouse or your laptop charger will probably fit in here. And then in the compartment next to that, I have my portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And even with an item this large, it really just kind of had plenty of leftover space down near the bottom. So really like the versatility offered by how much volume these pockets actually have. And then the last thing that I'll mention in this compartment is that it has this short lanyard that has a plastic clip attached, which is going to be a great spot for attaching your keys or something like a multi-tool. The next area that we're going to take a look at is the laptop compartment. And so this has a side access zipper that actually has a little bit more protection from the other compartments in the bag. So nice to see at least a little bit of extra weather resistance here. And so I really love how easy it is to get into the bag with this side access opening. Plenty of space in this compartment for your device. This is definitely going to be able to hold up to a 15-inch laptop. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see there's some leftover space near the top. And so this compartment has an okay amount of padding on the back. As I mentioned when I was talking about this area, there's a little bit of padding here, and then the front side of the compartment is also slightly padded. But in general, I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more rigidity, considering that this is an area that's meant to protect something as expensive as a laptop. Besides that, no sort of fleece lining or anything like that on the inside, and the bottom of the compartment is not suspended off the bottom of the ground, which I would have really liked to have seen. There is a little bit of padding on the bottom. The base is pretty reinforced, but in general, it's still not going to offer the same level of protection as a false bottom would have. And so pulling my laptop out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. It comes up a nice amount, so if you have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. And in general, even though it's not as well padded as I would have liked, I still like having a dedicated laptop area, and it's also just nice how quickly you can access it with this external zipper. And then the last area that we're going to take a look at is the main compartment. And this is a top-loading bag, but I like how low the zippers come down to make it a pretty wide opening, which makes it really easy to see into the main area. And so a nice amount of volume here in this 22 liters of capacity. And even with the larger items that I normally carry with me, there's still some leftover space here at the top where I could easily fit maybe a lunchbox, a jacket, or a change of clothes if I was going to the gym. And so jumping into what I currently have here, first up near the bottom, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones. And then I also have my Bellroy Classic pouch where I have some of my smaller tech accessories. Moving into the back of the compartment, you just have this additional larger sleeve that has a nice amount of elasticity, which is going to be a great spot for just adding some separation to the compartment and placing some flatter items. And so first up, what I have here down near the bottom, since this is such a tall compartment, is my iPad mini. It kind of gets swallowed down into this area, but still a nice place to keep it kind of separate from the other items that I had in there. And then that would also be a great spot for holding a larger iPad Pro, or maybe even a second laptop if you needed to carry that with you. And then besides that, I also have my Levitate portable standing desk, and that fits in there really comfortably. And so taking a closer look at this sleeve, on the back of this sleeve, there is a little bit of padding here. This is the shared wall that it has with the external laptop compartment. So it's nice that this is a little bit padded. It would have been nice to have seen a little bit more protection here in this sleeve as well. But for the most part, it's still nice that it just adds some separation to this compartment because there's really no other internal organization in here. It's just kind of a large bucket of space, which I really like as it makes makes it very easy to pack some of the pouches and modular accessories that I normally like to use. And then because of this simple layout, even though it's a little bit of a smaller silhouetted bag, it still can just fit a ton of stuff. I really like using bags like this for minimal travel. So what I wanted to go ahead and do is place in my larger double-sided and compressible packing cube, and that fits in there really comfortably. And then there's some leftover space so I could toss in some additional accessories such as a dop kit or maybe an extra pair of shoes. And then I could definitely use this for a longer weekend trip or even for a week of travel, depending on how minimally I was packing. So just really like the simple layout of this main compartment. And throughout the rest of the bag, it has a great build quality. I really like the overall aesthetic, and if you're looking for a versatile and durable bag that you're going to be able to use in pretty much any environment, then this is going to be a really good option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Standard Pack from Topo Designs over the past couple of weeks. The bag feels really well made, it has a nice, simple organizational layout, plenty of space, and I just really like the overall aesthetic that it has. And so you can currently purchase this on Topo's site for about $100, which is a pretty reasonable price in my opinion, considering the features and build quality that the bag has to offer. On top of that, I also think it compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, one of the first bags that this made me think of was the Herschel Pop Quiz, which is a really popular everyday bag that comes in at under $100. And that has a pretty solid build quality, has a great protective laptop sleeve, a really simple organizational layout, and it just has a very classic look. So if you're looking for something that's going to offer a little bit more protection for your laptop and also come in at under $100, then that's going to be a good option to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the Recycled Firefighter 24-Hour Backpack, which has always been one of my favorite minimal everyday carry bags. It has a great build quality, really simple organizational layout. I actually really like that that one opens up fully clamshell to make packing just a little bit easier. And that one's going to come in at a slightly higher price range, but it feels a little bit more robust as far as the materials and also the shoulder straps. And on top of that, it's also made in the US. So if you're looking for a really durable and versatile everyday carry bag, that's going to be another good option to keep in mind. If you're a fan of Topo's aesthetic, but you're looking for something with a little bit more space or maybe with more of a professional look, I also recommend taking a look at the Global Briefcase 3-Day, which we looked at pretty recently. That bag works really well for minimal travel. It has plenty of capacity, a really nice organizational layout with big pockets that are great for holding some larger accessories, and it also works well as a briefcase, a shoulder bag, or a backpack, so you have a little bit more versatility, and as I mentioned, it just has a slightly more professional look. So if you're looking for a versatile and durable bag that's going to give you just a little bit more versatility as far as how you can carry it, that's going to be another great option to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the Air Day Pack 2, which we looked at really recently, and that's one of the best recently released tech bags that I've featured on the channel. It has a great build quality, it's very comfortable, it has a ton of organizational options and some really great protection for your tech. On top of that, that one also has a really modern and stylish look that's going to work maybe a little bit better for a professional environment. So if you're looking for just a great all-purpose tech bag in a pretty similar price range, then that's going to be a good option to check out. And then the last option that I'll mention here, if you have a little bit of a tighter budget, is the BagSmart Falco Commuter Backpack, which we looked at really recently, and that was a really impressive bag that came in at under $40. It had a really nice minimalist style, plenty of organizational options, really comfortable carry, and it just was surprising how much value that bag offered for its price point. So if you're looking for something with a similar style and carrying capacity to this, but you want to save a little bit of money, then the Falco Commuter Backpack is going to be one of the best options to take a look at. With that being said, the Topo Designs Standard Pack holds up really well to all those bags, and if you're looking for a really simple and durable everyday bag that's going to offer plenty of capacity and a unique aesthetic, then this is going to be a good bag to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Standard Pack and how it compares to the recently retired Core Pack. And if there are any similar options that you think I should feature on the channel, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you guys as always for watching and supporting the channel. And if you found this video useful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.